This is Edie, the Salsa FREAK, coming to you from Colorado. Now check this out. In all of salsa, okay, she knows 8 steps. Not just in Black Belt Salsa, all of salsa. It took me 20 years to figure this out. A lot of people think she only knows 5 steps, but I figured it's 8 steps. Why? Because she has to know her basic. When she gets to cumbia and Cuban style, she's got to know the enchufle, which is back and back and back, right? Her basic step is forward and back, right? Or back and forward, depending on whether you're on 1 or on 2, right? She has to know a crossbody lead if you're doing line style. So if you're on the line right here, she's going to do her crossbody lead. Okay? She has to know a left-right turn. Notice how there's a little pink line there. This is just for her, pink. So those symbols mean like crossbody lead and stuff. So this is her left-right turn with a pivot technique. Okay? She's got to know her right turn, whether she's on 1 or on 2 or whatever. She's got to know how to turn right. So we cross, step, step, back, forward. That's a right turn. Cumbia, I think I already showed you that was back, step together, back, step together, back, step together. Her basic step is a short, long, long, short, long, long. And the reason for short, long, long is for her speed and how light she is, okay? If you take too big of a step back, you become a heavier dancer and you begin pulling. So you want to keep your body over your feet in everything that you do. So we emphasize the short, long, long step. Then we do, that's basic, right? Then we have a bridge walk-through, okay, which is also called a New York walk. So you're going to step back, forward, 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 back, okay? So if you were doing this on 2, it would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. If you're doing this on 1, it would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think she turns right on 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. Yes, she turns right on 6 if you're on 1. Progressive left, she goes back, forward, forward, and she does a pivot technique for her progressive left, and then goes forward. If she does a progressive right, she'll step back, look at him, then do a chaîné turn, half circle, half circle, half circle, step. Okay? So bottom line is, in the entire world of all of salsa, whether it's Cuban, Cali style, cumbia, on 1, on 2, 2, 3, 4, ballroom, mambo, salsa, whatever, all of those, she knows 8 steps, and he has to figure out how to structure his dance around those 8 steps. Not only those 8 steps, but her comfort. So as we progress through the curriculum, I show the guys weapons of mass seduction, okay? And what this is here is, for example, sexy walkthroughs, elbow escorts, the overcoat strut, sexy pizza, the dip, the shadow. All these are very sexy, sensual moves to where she won't mess up her hair, okay? To where she's not spinning to death out there and can't wait to quit salsa and do golf. You know what I mean? So he wants to do one move, and then he'll put her into a comfort move. He'll do another move from orange belt, and then he'll put her into a comfort move. He'll do a move from yellow belt and maybe an orange, but make sure that he centers his entire choreography on the floor around her comfort. And when he does his choreography on the floor, he is keenly aware that this is all she knows. However, if we go to the actual curriculum itself, okay, this is why it takes guys a lot longer to learn all dances, not just salsa. Because the women follows. She follows in tango, she follows in swing, in ballroom, all those dances. So it's just as hard for those guys. Because this is why, hold on, let me show you this, keep rolling. This is why this happens. And I think you guys have already seen this. But, where is it? This. Partner dancer's learning curve. Look at that. See that? He exponentially gets better over time. She advances at a linear rate. But then she plateaus after a while because it's been so easy for her. So after a while, she starts to suck compared to everybody else, right? She plateaus, but once she takes private lessons, she moves up, and then she plateaus again. She might join the dance team, etc. Whereas a guy, once he gets good, he surpasses her, okay? And now there's very few women that can actually keep up with him, which is interesting because that's why you see a lot of guys dance with other guys at congresses, is because they challenge each other, and they're not gay or anything, they're just challenging. And so if you look at this line, this dotted line right here, this is time, okay? This is time, this is your level of dance. If you go, let's say this, for example, 1 month, she's already advanced to the level of a guy that has been doing this for 7 months. So she would rather dance with some guy who's here at 7 months while you're still struggling over here at what we call beginner's hell.
That's why guys give up.
Exactly. Now, check this out. Now, keep rolling. I want to show you something for a sec, okay? Come over here and take a close-up of this. If you go out dancing, beginner's hell is shortened. See this? If you take private lessons, beginner's hell is really shortened. If you watch videos online, curriculum DVDs, it's really shortened. You have to still go through this. There is no shortcuts, okay? But you can shorten the amount of time that you're in beginner's hell. Right now, you are suffering severely in beginner's hell, and it's my duty and my job to get you out of this. And the fastest way of getting out of beginner's hell is to give you a structure. Say, okay, guys think like this. Guys think, okay, high hand shoulders. I'm only going to do high hand shoulders tonight. This is high hand shoulders month. Okay, April is high hand shoulders month.
That's what we're trying to do.
Exactly. May will be hip and low waist month, low hand. June will be tailbone and head loops. Or you could say April is left break turns down the body, DTB. May is right break turns down the body, DTB. June is progressive lefts down the body. Personally, I like doing it that way. I like saying, okay, let's work this month just getting your feet right, okay? Let's just get your feet down to where, you know, when you get up in the morning, you know how to put one foot in the other, you don't even need to think about it. That's where I want to get you, to where you're just getting your feet, drill, 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 because then once you get your feet down, you don't need to worry about that anymore. Now you can just start worrying about where you can touch her and when, okay? Does that make sense to you? And where you can touch you and when. Because check this out. See this blue and pink here? That means you can turn and she can turn. You see this blue and pink here in left right turns? That means you can turn and she can turn. Blue is you, pink is her. Same thing here. Blue and pink, blue and pink. So you can do head loops on your own. You can touch your own shoulder. You can touch your own elbow. But you can't touch your own wrist. That's why there's no blue around here. But there's blue and pink at the low hand. I gave you guys a board, right?
You did, but we just didn't know how to read it. You're interpreting it for us right now.
Fabulous. So hammer locks, notice how this is blue and pink here. Because a guy can do hammer locks, but a guy can't wax himself on and off and karate and strike and all that. You know what I mean? A guy can do his hip and waist, but a guy can't touch his own knee. So a guy can't touch his own wrist and a guy can't touch his own knee. Hence the reason why there's no blue around here. But he can do low hand moves. A guy does not do freedom footwork. A woman only does freedom footwork. That's why it's in pink. Okay, you see that? And so here we have everything in pink is what the girl does. Everything in blue is what the guy does, okay? When we get to this bucket, this is a really complex bucket, all right? And it's 100% split lead. These moves actually don't turn her. You execute the move first before she turns, okay? And you're inside of each other's eggshells. And I'll go over that in a second. Because here's an eggshell. Here's just your egg. Go to the very top. You're gonna come down. You're gonna put your fingers together like this. Go do it again. Come to the top. Come down. Good. Now we're gonna touch each other. Good. Now go below the belt. Come back up. Good. You see how you have an egg? This is an egg. Do you see how this is an egg? And I have an egg. We have two separate eggs. When we're in open position, pistol grip, good. we have 2 separate eggs. I love the tangerines, by the way. They look fabulous. Don't touch me with your index finger, all right? Because after a while, you're going to start to push and lead, and you're going to use that as a crutch. You need to force her to hold on to you. You don't hold on to her. It's the woman that always chases the man in salsa, okay? So now, we have 2 separate eggs. When we're in closed position, we form a single egg, okay? When you put your hands on my shoulders, look where my egg is now, we have a single egg. When you put your hand on the waist, on the hips, sorry, never the waist, the woman's hips. Remember, in this bucket it says her hip, his waist, okay?
Oh.
So now we're a single egg, okay? When we do head loop moves, I am inside your egg. I now become the yolk. I'm inside the egg. So I'm really close. When you do tailbone moves, you throw the hand behind the back, you touch my shoulder, hold me back there, 4 fingers. This is called G.I. Joe grip, Kung Fu grip hold. Remember those from a long time ago, G.I. Joe grip? Yeah. Okay, so, see now I am inside your egg. So now you're going to take me and push me. There you go, now I'm outside the egg.
Wow.
See how that works?
That's cool.
So when I say you're inside of each other's eggshells, that's what that means, okay? So low hand is just like high hand, for example. Low hand, you would either grab the wrist and then turn me, or you would grab my hand and then turn me. But we would still have these 2 separate eggs. And this requires the right, left, right, the swing down and up, all that stuff. When you touch the shoulders or the hips, that's the best way of leading a woman. Why? Because look, I can make you turn, no problem, right? But if I take your hand and I do the same thing, you're not going anywhere. You see what I mean? That's why we have to have this right, left, right. We have to have this preparation so she knows when to go. Okay? When I say you have 4 overcoats and 4 cross your hearts, you have 1, 2, with right to right now, 3, left to left, 4, good. And when you have a free hand, always put it behind your back. Then, so now we have 4 cross your hearts. 1, and then back, 2, 2, so now we do right to right, sorry. 3, left to left, 4, beautiful. You see that? So when I say you have 41 and 53 total, that's taking into consideration both left and right turns. This will become half of 94 if we're only talking about left break. Well, not half. It'll be less 2 of each. So -2 here, -2 here, -2, etc. Not half, okay? So there's probably about 80 ways of turning her. Okay?
That's not too bad.
Oh,
that's not too bad.
Okay? All right. So it's like the airplane, you know. Please put your seat backs up, and you go 1 inch. Oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so check this out. Now, all of this stuff right here, the butterfly, the take off your shirt, the gloves and all that, those represent the styling moves that the women do. This is called take off your shirt. This is called Christmas tree. This is called putting on the gloves. You can take off your shirt and put on a glove into a mermaid. You can take off your shirt, go behind you, put on the glove into a mermaid. Hair comb, chest swipe, okay? Shoulder rolls, all right? Butterfly. When it hits your hips, that is the button that automatically goes up to do a butterfly into a glove mermaid. You see what I mean? And then we also talk about the chase hand and the adoration crossbody lead. That's just a single hand crossbody lead. Chase hand is where you put your hand out, you know, and stuff like that. How to ask a person to dance, that's an art. There's a specific way that we teach that brings women to their knees and will never say no to you ever on the dance floor. And we teach you how to dip like a boss, okay? To where there's no question that you're just the most badass guy in the entire room after you've done a dip, okay? She's gonna go to bed at night with her head on her pillow thinking of you because of that single dip. All right? And then we have what's called the fountain. Did I teach you the fountain?
You did, but you have to show me again because I fail miserably.
Up. The first pump, okay, we're in the water, right? I'm a fountain and there's water. The first pump of the fountain has very little energy, so the water kind of trickles across the stomach and it goes back into the water. Now notice how I'm touching myself with the middle finger and the palm, and the rest of my fingers are up. This is called finger egg. This is a very intense finger egg. This is a very soft finger egg. Intense, soft. I do the fountain with a soft, semi-intense finger egg. So the first part of the fountain goes like this, then the water goes back into the pond. And then it comes, a second pump is really big. Up, 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 flip the hand underneath the armpit. First splash by the eyes, or at the same level as the eyes. You don't want to splash up here. Splash, frame the face, second splash, go between the cracks, and then end in a mermaid. So again, up, first pump, there's not a whole lot going on. You go back down, then you come up, 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 flip the hands, first splash, frame the face, second splash, go between, the water falls between the cracks, and then it becomes a mermaid. This direction, open, back down, up, 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 up. And you're going to go slow while you execute this. So normally this would happen in an adoration crossbody lead. So put one hand behind your back. Good. And keep it low, right above the butt cheek. Perfect, because this has to be large, okay? You're going to put me into 2 crossbody leads in a row. That's called the adoration crossbody lead, and you're going to look at her up and down while you do so, while you're frantically stressing over which move to put into her next after this. Okay, if you can humanly concentrate after watching this.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5. Crossbody lead. 1, 2, 3. Crossbody lead again. 1, 2, 3. I can put on a glove here. 1, 2, 3. I can do the sweat exchange. Watch this. So I'm doing a fountain. I'm going to cut it off. And then I'm going to take his sweat, put it on my chest, and then come around.
Oh my God.
Okay?
I gotta go take another shower.
Are we still rolling?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
I didn't drop the phone.
So anyway, that's probably a good introduction into
That's
how to
awesome.
read the board. The board is an inch deep and a mile wide.
Yeah.
Now, if you understand what these, as we move through the curriculum, for example, this I means mascara smear. Mascara smear. So he will do this when he's giving you progressive left. So let's do a basic first. 1, crossbody lead, just plain and simple. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5. And I can also hair comb out of that. So this is 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So let's do it now. 1, 2. I make a number 7 with my hand. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So that's called the mascara smear.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm
we're
gonna get
do
it.
all this
I'm gonna
stuff.
get it.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch this until I get it.
And you know what? This is also on Black Belt Dance Online.
I know, but
all
it's
this
different.
Stuff.
It's different when it's you doing it.
When I'm doing it for you specifically.
Yes, because
okay.
we'll just watch this over and over and over again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So your job is not to pay attention to her style. You have to focus on what you're going to be. You have to think about the next move 1/8 count ahead. All right, so you're going to feel and look really stiff in the beginning because like anything else, when a baby starts to walk, they don't look like normal human beings at all,
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So you're going to feel stiff, you're going to feel frustrated because you don't look like the Puerto Rican bros, you know what I mean? That's okay, you're going to get that later, but you have to learn to walk first. So when we're going, did you get that? So that's that.
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead, shut it off.